Rajesh.
No doubt.
Yep.
Yes, you can continue.
Pawan, I have a small doubt.
Yes, please.
Basically, going back to the basics. When you say pages, I mean, don't get me wrong. You said everything can be managed using graphical user interface, but I just want to understand the basics. Like, since OS Windows operating system block size is 4K, and when we are allocating space or file to SQL Server using 8K pages, right?
That is correct.
If someone tells that, okay, please add 100 MB of space to my database, so how can we identify the number of pages required?
Yes, I'm going to talk about this in the next slide actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the second question is that you said there's a restore points like snapshot.
Yeah.
So in Oracle we have a point in time recovery based on SCN, based on timestamp, and
we have only based on timestamp here.
So with snapshots only based on time. Okay.
No, don't get confused here. Snapshots are different, and don't get confused. You forget about restore points here.
Okay.
Forget about restore point. Just think about only restore. We do have point in time restore here. I'll talk about more about those things in the next, backup and recovery classes. Okay.
No problem.
Yeah. Thank you. We will have point in time, and it will. You can just all that you need to do is just drag up to what time you want, and then do the recovery.
I just want to ask one more thing. Like, instead of comparing with Oracle, is it possible to compare with Sybase? I mean,
Sybase. Everything.
Yeah, that would help us to understand one more database, because.
Okay, but most of the reason why we we started this initially, Vimal thought of actually if you see the course curriculum, we initially thought of teaching this as for dummies, like for initial beginners, the SQL Server. So, but we do understand most of our clients or students are Oracle DBAs. So we designed in such a way that initially. I want to compare with Oracle and teach, but then they will easily understand the things.
Okay.
That is the reason why I'm comparing with the Oracle. But initial course design was with the fresher kind of thing.
Okay.
So do you have any problem in understanding the things?
No problem with that. No.
Please interrupt me and ask me if you have any issue in understanding the things.
No problem. Thank you.
And also, as you told. Up to particular time only we need to compare with the Oracle. After that, if you compare with the Oracle, everything will you get confused. Only for introductory class, I'm going to compare with Oracle. Later point I'll slowly stopping that. I'm going to stop that because nowhere related to the Oracle, this SQL Server.
Yeah, the reason why I asked is that most of the database like my MS SQL, Postgres, and Sybase are almost related to this technology. So
yeah, that is correct. I am working on Sybase also. So Sybase, both are same. Sybase and SQL Server, same. No, because there was only single database, no Sybase and SQL Server. Only SQL Server database was there, but later they parted, and the same architecture implemented by the Sybase. Now we're calling it as Adaptive Server. And then SAP, they took over that Sybase, and it's a part of SAP now. It's a product of SAP now.
Okay, no problem.
I've been working with these all databases, Sybase, DB2, MySQL, Oracle, all RDBMS flavors.
Oh, great.
And we're also planning for we do have course curriculum for Sybase and DB2 also. We'll be planning for the Sybase, DB2, and MySQL. Anyway, already course curriculum also out in our website. Maybe Vimal will be sending you the course curriculum, because nowadays what we are hearing outside in UK and US, all the Oracle DBAs are learning this SQL Server, because organization people every organization not going to spend much money on only SQL Server. They are insisting their resources to learn SQL Server No, most of the database engineers are Oracle DBAs. So what we thought, Vimal and me, we are a team, and what we thought, we're just we're going to teach Oracle SQL Server along with the Oracle. By that this combination is very good in the market. So that is the reason why we planned in this way.
Okay.
Yeah. As I told you earlier, in each data file, the data physically organized into pages. And each page is exactly 8 KB size. Okay? Data file, we do have pages. Suppose, and it has to be fitted in one page. If you're inserting in a row, it used to insert in a page. And suppose my data row is 4K. What it will do, it will sit it in 4K on the page, and rest of the 4K will be empty. And next, if I want to insert some other data into, and it will be storing in the part of the page. So it is a collection of OS level blocks. You understand that now, Satish? So logically, we are making it as a page, and if my data size is 4K, it will be storing in half of the size, and rest of the size will be empty. And if I want to insert another data, it will be storing in the empty 4K size. Suppose yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, please.
With this, it could lead to wastage of space, right?
No, I'll tell you about that. I'm talking about only data, data which is in the smaller size. Data in the smaller size. The smaller size rows you are inserting size data. If you are inserting a number or character, single character, if it is a 4K size, the data page situation will be like this. In two exceptional cases, blob and file streams, data will be storing here, and it will be having a pointer, because blob, like our long objects in Oracle, we do have a data type called blob here. If you want to insert a blob, text or binary means in any image or something, it will be storing in this page with a pointer, to it. This pointer, suppose maximum 250 KB, one blob will be having only maximum up to 250 KB. If you want to insert 250 KB data, it will be having pointer from here to other pages. 250 KB means it required up to four pages. No, not four. I'm sorry. Like 4 extents. Extent is don't get confused here. Let me clear it here.
So it's a kind of row chaining form, like Oracle.
So it will be having a pointer, same like here. So what I'm trying to say here, there will be a pointer. Here it doesn't have a capacity to store entire 250 KB. So it will be having a pointer to here, and a collection of pages will be there, some other pages in the data file. So this pointer will be locating all these pages. It will be having information. When a user trying to connect and access this blob data, he will directly come here, and this entire 250 KB will be in data file. It will directly take him to this pointer. Suppose if I want to insert more data than 250 KB, then I need to go for the file streams. File streams can avail in file streams up to 2 GB. The same like when you're comparing with Oracle, in the same like if you're creating a directory object, if you are creating a directory object and you are taking, in directory object, if you suppose if you're in a data pump in Oracle, it will sit the data will be sitting in the directory OS level directory, right? In the same way, file streams will be having, from here it will be storing the pointer information here in the OS level to store the data, not in the database, in OS level. In the database, blob data will be storing within the database. File stream information will be storing outside the database. You are clear with this? Difference between blob and file streams? Then you have a question here. I want to take a backup. blob is fine. Like our long objects, it will be there in the database. How about the file streams? If you are enabling the file streams, if you are using the file streams in your database, whenever you are taking the backup of the database, you should also take file streams data. You should locate those files, you write a script outside and scheduler, or along with the, you can schedule it in the database itself in the agent job. Along with database, you should take file streams, OS level folder, database backup, OS level folder backup also. So whatever data you are inserting will be coming to this page, and from here a pointer will be there, and the pointer will be pointing to the OS level. Suppose whenever you are doing a maintenance, your file streams are there in some other drive, and the drive is not up, and the database will not be in a consistent state. It will be in suspect mode because it's not having the file stream data. So be careful. These file streams are introduced from 2008 onwards. So whenever you are using file streams, be careful. You need to take the file streams folder backup also. Are you clear with this? Along with blob and file streams, you do have some other categories of data types. Exact numerics, Unicode character strings, approximate numeric, binaries, and date time. All these things, as a database administrator, I never used all these data types. I am doing everything in the data, in the GUI. But if you want to become a development DBA, if you want to write a stored procedures, you should have thorough knowledge on all those categories of data types. I'll be having a data types, I'm having a data types, document. I'll be sharing with you all guys. There are hundreds of data types, hundreds of types are there. I'll be sharing with you. But in the real time, as a production DBA, no need to worry about all these data types. These are the data types in SQL Server. And do you have any questions?
Can we take file streams backup when database is running?
Yes. So in fact, I never use the file streams in real time. File streams are rarely used. There will not be any consistency issue. File streams are rarely used data type. But this will be taken care by the OS level drives. They will be taking the snapshot from the storage level. They will be restoring it. I'll be talking more about these file streams at the time of backup and recovery.
Hi, Pawan. Satish here.
Okay. Yes, Satish.
Just want to understand how good this MS SQL database for database which stores media files like images and videos like YouTube and Instagram. So is it a good RDBMS for that kind of environment?
Like MS SQL, till now I have seen for libraries, most big data files, big images in the sense documents they used to store. Document, and the document I have seen some people are storing the document, MS Word kind of things they are storing. And I have seen some guys are storing the images also. Throughout these 9 years, I have seen some guys are storing the images also. You are correct. But you know, the size up to, if you're reaching the terabytes, I would say if you're reaching terabytes, you're going to face more performance issues. This, if a database is something like 800 GB or less than 1 terabyte, or 2 terabytes, maximum 1 terabyte, you'll be safe. You don't need to go for license even. But if you're reaching the 8 terabytes, I would say, in Oracle, you no need to go to, Oracle support frequently until unless you get the Aura 600 error, product level error, or some errors. If you get product level error, you need to go to Oracle support. But in SQL Server, when you get a performance related issue, you should go to the Microsoft, no other option. Up to some level, you can manage, like our AWR reports, we do have some, a SQL Server profiler here, and tuning advisor, something is there. But those are up to some level. But if you are reaching, terabytes of data, you'll be facing memory issues and then, backup issues. We do have a client, which is having the almost 800 or 900 GB data files, almost terabyte, and they frequently face the performance issues. What we used to do, we used to, so up to certain level, we can able to, we can able to resolve the issue. But if it reaches, peaks, SQL Server will not reveal what kind of tools they are using. Same like Oracle 600 documentation, Aura 600 documentation. You face Aura 600. Maximum you can check in Aura 600 tool. But sometimes they wanted us to contact SQL Server support, Oracle support. They'll be giving us some undocumented parameters, some undocumented bugs. They'll be giving it us. They'll giving us to install some this interim patch something. In the same way, SQL Server, if you face other than performance tuning issues, you don't need to go to the SQL Server. It is stable, very much stable. When it is database size is less, it's very much stable. But if you face, database size is growing, as database size is growing, you need to have more memory and, more data, you'll be facing performance tuning issues. Then you should contact SQL Server support. They will be giving you some diagnostic tools they ask us to run. You need to run that, zip that, and give it to them. They'll be restoring it as, tools called Nexus tool, SQL Nexus tool. So there are some Nexus tools. I tried to install that Nexus tool, but somehow I'm not able to succeed in that one. But this is their bread and butter. How they wanted forcing the client to client to buy a license, performance tuning SQL Server. Oracle, they're forcing us by not revealing the internal errors. The same way, SQL Server, they're not giving us the more information about the performance tuning. So the tools they are having, they'll be loading that like SQLT. In Oracle, 11G you have 11G release 2 we have SQLT, right? The same like we'll be running a diagnostics tools. From the diagnostic tools, we'll be giving them zip files. So zip files they'll be loading it in Nexus tool. And from that Nexus tool they can see everything, and they'll be recommending us to run this some script. It will which will be resolving the issue or do some changes. They'll be guiding us. So the more image files, all these things, it will be good to have the data up to a terabyte. But if it is crossing that, you'll be facing the issues.
Basically, when you said data which is more than a 4 KB, it's going to use a pointer to the set of pages.
Not 4 KB.
Yeah, 8 KB.
Not 4 KB. It is 8 KB. Yeah. When it is unable to fit
8 KB and it's not able to fit in a single page, it will create a separate blocks or page.
Pointers only for the blob. Yeah. Here I'm talking about only for blob.
Usually, usually images and videos will be a blob data type.
That is correct. There will be pointers, no other go.
Okay. Then frequent updates and deletes of those images. How the fragmentation will be maintained?
See, in SQL Server, we do have a job. Database will be doing some databases I have seen daily index rebuilding. Most of the 90% databases in SQL Server, we do have daily re-indexing jobs. These are some reorg jobs are daily we used to schedule. So most of the databases, we should do some reorg, there will be a job. No need to worry about writing the scripts and moving the objects, all those things. Within the database, like our coalescing, there will be some script, some job will be there. All that you need to do is schedule a job to automatically do. I'll be talking about those jobs in the SQL Server agent and then SQL Server management, and we have maintenance plans. In maintenance plans, I'll show you. This maintenance plan is having, like yesterday one student was asking me how you run all databases backup in a single command. So all that you need to do is create a maintenance plan. Under that, you can select what job we want to run a backup job first, then run it, a maintenance cleanup task, or transact statement, anything, reorganize. You see the reorganize index task here, rebuild index, shrink database. In the shrinking, we have a concept, called reorganizing also. It will be automatically reorganizing and shrinking it. There are databases which they are scheduling, rebuilding, and shrinking. Most of the databases in my environment, which I am working, they used to schedule all these jobs weekly or at least, weekly or daily. Some databases, small databases are having daily in the off-peak hour, they used to schedule these jobs. No need to do anything. Just schedule a job, run it, watch the show. That's it. Are you clear with this, Satish?
Yeah.
So we do have management. We do have maintenance plans. Through maintenance plans, it will trigger. You need to create. So suppose if I want to create, if I want to create a database, maintenance plan for only these master databases, system databases, you can create a system database maintenance plan, and it will be creating automatically a job in SQL Server agent. All that you need to do is, while creating a maintenance plan here, schedule it. It will automatically take care of it. All that you need to do is trigger an alert when it fails. That's it. And for user databases, you can create a user database and use the database maintenance plan. Under that, it will be having a user database backup job, and it will trigger alert when it fails. And the maintenance plan is a collection of jobs. As I shown you earlier, it will be having, let me show it to you here, collection of tasks it is having. Backup is a one-off task in that one. Reorganizing, cleaning up old backups. In RMAN, in Oracle, you have to depend on OS level commands to delete, right? If you want to delete exclusively, you can write in RMAN delete, but if you want to delete exclusively, most of in my environments, we used to put the exclusively remove command, RM command. Though you can remove from the RMAN level, we used to put it in that way. So here, if you set the expiry date and delete and put a maintenance plan, one maintenance plan for deleting, it will automatically delete after the backup, whatever expired things. 1 second, it is not coming up. See here, maintenance plan means is a collection of tasks. If I want to create a backup first, I'm dragging and dropping here. I'll be talking about this maintenance plan backup and recovery section. Just you need to drag here the backup task. After that, I want to check the database integrity, or I want to do rebuild the indexes. So all that you need to do is put a pointer here. So after completion of backup, this job will trigger. After completion of backup, this job will trigger. And if you want to prevent, after backup fails, if I don't want to go for this one, you can put it in that way also. I'll be talking about all these things later. Each task will be creating a job in SQL Server agent. after creating. But maintenance plan is collection of these tasks, and job will be each task will be having job here in that way. You got it? Are you clear with that? So this is the maintenance plans and jobs, and how I can see $V session in SQL Server. If you want to see session data, how can you say? So just simply go to the right click on this one, go to activity monitor. I want to see processes. I want to see by SID. I want to see by login. Whatever you want. You want to see only particular database, only TempDB. You can see this way. I want to see only command wise, only select commands. You can see in this way. Through application, if an application is connecting to your database, what other applications are using the TempDB? So you can select by application, or you can select the TempDB, and you can see the other applications are connecting the TempDB. So it's so simple. All that you need to do is selecting all these things. But I am telling you frankly, when you get a priority 1 or severity 1 issue, there will not be much time to do all these things. Sometimes you need to depend on query analyzer. So I'll be providing you queries during the class. I'll be providing the queries, some queries, important queries, and management views which you need to select. Some basics and advanced level also queries I'll be providing it to you. All that you need to do is run those and see the show. And same, you will be having the blocking sessions, and you will be having some commands to see some sp_who to check the blocking sessions here, and check, if you want to see what this one is doing, see the details here, and you can see the command what it is running here. And if you want to kill this process, kill it here. And if you want to refresh, if it is a bad job, if you want to refresh, you can refresh and see what it is doing here. And you can just simply copy all these things and give it to the client, what it is doing. Are you clear with this, or if you have any questions regarding this? Please let me know if you have any questions.